I would like to thank Caressa McKnight for sending me this particular story. In this picture, you see, well, two people you most likely recognize right off the bat. In the middle is Jada Pinkett Smith. To the left, well, to her right is her daughter Willow Smith, and to her left is her mother, Adrienne Banfield Jones. I swear, Jada's mother, my goodness, that woman is gorgeous for her age. Anyway, uh, if y'all remember, last year I did a video involving Anne Hathaway in which she came out and spoke about white people and having white privilege, and she got a lot of backlash from it. And it was basically because she was speaking out about what happened with Nia Wilson. As you all know, Nia Wilson was the young black lady who was killed by John Lee Cowell, but I call him John Lee Coward. And you know, he almost killed her sister as well in the Bay Area. And then Anne Hathaway spoke out about it, and she mentioned something in there about white privilege. And of course, you know, white people don't love hearing that phrase at all because they really don't think they have it, but they do. And I did do a commentary about it as well. Well, the reason why I'm bringing up this picture with Jada and her, of course, her daughter and her mother is because Jada came out and she defended Anne Hathaway with the white privilege statement that she made. Now, there's nothing wrong with Jada and her, you know, saying her little piece about it, but it's the way that she did it that actually kind of made me side eye her a little bit, but it doesn't surprise me because Jada has done something like this before in the past. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read this article so you can get more of an understanding of what she said. But also, I really want you to pay attention to what her daughter said as well. She had another guest as well, and I want you to pay attention also to what the guest said. It says Anne Hathaway received so much criticism for an Instagram post in July 2018 about the murder of Nia Wilson that she deactivated her comment section. She has at least one supporter, however, in Jada Pinkett Smith. In an episode of Red Table Talk that dropped on Monday, Pinkett Smith told her panel, as women of color, see, she messed up right there. She messed up right there. Jada, stop referring to yourself and your daughter and your mother, because those are the three who do the Red Table Talk, as women of color. Y'all are black women. I notice that's something else Jada always does. Stop doing that. Because now you're lumping yourself into other categories of women who most likely don't give a damn about you. You are a black woman. Your daughter is a black young woman. Your mother is a black woman. Embrace it and stop it with this women of color bullshit. It says, we really have to understand when white women come in to help that we make room for it, she said, because there's a couple of times like when Anne Hathaway now it stops right there because she got cut off by her daughter, Willow Smith. It says, however, before Pinkett Smith could finish her sentence, her daughter, Willow, interrupted. It's about trust issues, later explaining. You have to earn that trust. You have to earn that relationship. I have a little bit more respect for Willow Smith for her saying that. Because, see, Jada comes off to me as this woman who would just open up and extend her arms to any and everybody if they say the right thing. Willow comes off as the person like, look, we need to vet this person. They just can't open their mouth and say, oh, I feel bad for you and this, that, and the third. Let's just let you have a seat at the table. Let's invite you to the cookout. That's what Jada would probably say to Anne Hathaway. Well, she spoke out about white privilege. Let's invite her to the cookout. Let's see here. Guest Rachel Cargill concurred with Willow, to which Jada replied, it is trust issues. I understand that, Rachel. I get it. But at some point, when are we as black women, I'm glad she cleared that up, going to be able to recognize an ally? Cargill added, it's not a matter of black women saying, hey, we're open to you being an ally to us. It's white women showing up and saying, you have a righteous anger. You're allowed to be livid at the things we have imposed on you over history. Either white women are the hero or the victim. They rarely take responsibility. Woo! Talk about a statement that stings. Let me read that again. You have a righteous anger. You're allowed to be livid at the things we have imposed on you over history. Either white women are the hero or they are the victim. They rarely take responsibility. Jada responded, I believe that we have to take leaps as well. All I'm saying is we need them. Listen to how that sounds. We need them. Like, oh, let me finish. They need us, do they? We need you. We need each other. We have to be able to sit in a bit of vulnerability to allow for a certain kind of healing to occur. Jada, like, again, comes off as this kumbaya, we are the world type of individual. She just does. Like, and it's almost sound like she became tone deaf to what her daughter just said and to what the guest who she had on as a guest just said. Willow is like, we have to vet these individuals. We just can't have any and everybody coming in because they say the right things that we agree with. And her guest was agreeing with the same thing too, and even took it a step further and said, look, a lot of white women may mean well, but a lot of times many of them come with ulterior motives, and that's another reason why we are in the position we're in, because we're too damn trusting. Like, really. I don't know what it is with Jada, because see, it's so crazy, because when I look at how Jada was back in the day, like back in the 90s, especially when she was on A Different World, yes, I know that was just a character that she played, but she came off as this righteous pro-black person on that show. And it even kind of reflected in some of the roles that she did after that. But this Jada right here, the real life Jada, is like, she is just ready to open arms and extend that loving olive branch to any and everybody that gives black people a compliment or speaks out in our favor. And that's not good. That's one thing that has managed to set us back over time. You don't open your arms to just any and everybody. Would you let any and everybody in your house because they said your house looked nice? No, because they might come in and steal things out of your nice house. Would you let any and everybody come into your car who said you have a nice car? No, because then they might end up stealing your car. Do you see where I'm going with this? So I'm gonna need Jada to not be so tone deaf to what her daughter and her guests were saying. Yeah, Anne Hathaway made some strong points when she said that. Yes, it's very rare. Ignore that. Yes, it's very rare that a white person, especially one of her stature, of her status, to actually come out and admit that white people have white privilege. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, Anne Hathaway still is a white woman with white privilege and a career in Hollywood, and that's not going anywhere anytime soon. I can't remember and the thing is, Anne Hathaway hasn't really been acting in quite a bit of things nowadays, but you'll still remember more Anne Hathaway almost now more than you'll remember Jada, because like, once I can't remember the last thing I seen Jada be in except for that show Gotham, and her character hasn't shown up in that show in like the last season or two, and the show's about to get canceled. But I mean, I applaud her having her Red Table Talk. I've actually watched a couple of the episodes because it's on Facebook. Not a bad online show. They talk about very interesting topics. I think the most popular one was, of course, when Will was on the show, when Will Smith was on there. But this whole needing to love and caressing everybody because they, make you feel good is not good. And the whole thing saying we need them as an ally, like she said, we need them as an ally. They need us. No, they don't. And we don't really need them, because every time it seems like we get an ally through them, some shit ends up going wrong, and then they end up taking it and run with it. Look at what's going on with that damn Me Too. That damn Tarana Burke must have thought she had an ally in them white women. They took her shit from right underneath her and ran with it. And now it's like she only gets social media notoriety when she's talking a bunch of dumb shit anyway. So Jada really needs to scale back a bit with this whole thing. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next one.